I do want to bring in the mayor of Birmingham, Alabama, who is with us. It is Mayor Randall Woodfin. Randall, great to have you. I want to provide some statistics for our viewers just to set up the stage here. Alabama is looking at about 8,000 cases on the state with about 300 deaths. Given that statistics in the backdrop, you are relooking at reopening the economy on May 1st. I have to ask, you're requiring everyone in the public as well to wear face masks. How is the reopening going?
Well, first, thank you for allowing me to be on. What I can tell you is here in Birmingham, we've tried to strike a balance between the health crisis and the economic crisis. And the GATE, G-A-T-E, which is what the White House submitted to mayors across the nation and governors across the nation around tracking, tracing data on cases and symptoms and hospitalization, Birmingham is not out of the woods. And so I think our approach locally has been that the governor is going to ease restrictions and allow more retail to be open, knowing that people will do less social distancing and be 6 feet apart. Then the facial covers was implemented because we still have community spread, and we needed to be able in a position to solve for how do we protect people.
What are some of the small businesses telling you about some of their concerns about reopening and also the PPP program and how effective it may or may not have been?
I think as it relates to some of the businesses, and the concern is this, it's consumer behavior. You know, we know that 70% of our residents don't feel safe going out of their homes to shop. And about 40% of businesses are not even comfortable opening up without a clear strategy for testing and tracing. And so as we continue to listen to our health experts, we share the information we have with our small business owners. And we're taking every precaution to build confidence. We understand that long-term economic success, especially retailers and restaurants, depends on people feeling safe. And right now, based on what I've told you, 70% of residents don't feel safe. So we still have to figure out a way to build consumer behavior back up towards a positive trajectory. As it relates to PPP, unfortunately, we know that minority-owned businesses could not take advantage of the program the way we wanted them to because they did not have a long-standing relationship with an existing SBA lender. And so for us locally, what we did was forge a partnership between Goldman Sachs and Hope Credit Union to make sure that businesses who had non-traditional lending relationships could apply in the second round of PPP.
From a population perspective, looks like Birmingham just missed the cutoff of the 250,000 population in the city needed to qualify for the Fed's municipal liquidity program. If you don't qualify, are you in talks to help your budget deficit? What can you do to help ease some of the liquidity concerns that you could be facing in the coming years?
Well, listen, right now we're investigating the liquidity options that will be useful and helpful to our city. Here in Birmingham, we're like many other cities across the country. We are projecting a 25 to 30% loss in annual revenue due to decrease in sales and occupational taxes. And so our priority has to be preserving our services and protecting our employees. My priority will be to keep all of our employees employed, but I have to look at things like cost of living adjustments. I have to look at hiring freezes. I have to evaluate programs to cut excess positions as well as unfilled positions. The bottom line is this. We want to preserve jobs, we want to stabilize incomes, and we want to continue to provide services. And so when everything else is so chaotic, people want to hold on to what is normal. That means seeing your trash picked up, your streets swept, and your police officers on a regular beat. We still have to do those things, and we will continue to do those things.